start this revolutionary show with your next comic. He's coming to the stage. He is super funny, performs all over New York City. Please put your hands together for David Chinitz.
You guys over the elections? Unprecedented, unprecedented. That's what everyone's saying. No, I think they ended up unprecedented. And for me, kind of a wake-up call. I'm Jewish, and I have this very accurate German alarm clock. It was made in 1933. I keep it set at 1/4 to dictator. And it's been ringing hysterically. I also find that I'm a bit more nervous when I get picked up by an Uber! And the driver says, "Get in. We are taking you to the train station." But I think it was a wake-up call for all of us who believe in the inevitable forward progress of mankind. You know who believes in evolution now? Monkeys. They're looking at the election and going, that must be where we came from. Evolution says it's about survival of the fittest. Take a look around your tables. Does that seem correct? And they tell us technology is going to make us into superior beings. You ever see someone with their cell phone? Do they look like a superior being? No, they look like a mutant with a deformed neck. They're always looking down, but updating, which sounds like they're looking online for someone taller than themselves to go out with. But they won't be able to see their face because they can't lift their neck. So they'll be going like, "Oh, would you like to come up to my place and hear my kvetchings?" Survival of the fittest. What it's come to mean is if you can text and drive, you survive. And like Anthony, the aptly named Wiener, you'll always be able to text your handheld device on your handheld device. I crawled this earth for 1 year and then walked it for 64. Evolution. I've learned a few things, like the difference between shit and fuck. Shit happens. Why is it that men made women slow in bed and quick in the toilet, and men the other way around? Is it just that men read slower? Evolutionary theory says men are quick in bed in order to achieve their desire of having lots of offspring. Those of you who have offspring, does that seem like a likely theory? What I do think is men spend a lot of time in the toilet because they have offspring. But like idiots, we take our phone into that sanctuary, and at a crucial moment it rings, and it's one of our offspring crying with a problem, and we're going like, "Oh honey, I'm sure it'll all come out." Okay, and I love it when I go to work, to the toilet, and there's some asshole sitting in a stall, which I guess is where an asshole should sit. But he's talking out loud like he's all alone in his car, but his seatbelt's too tight. "Max, we gotta push this deal through." You see, technology has evolved our sense of personal space backwards. We started out as hunter-gatherers, nobody around. We moved into agricultural communities, here and there a person, until finally big metropolises where you can't avoid other people. But give me a phone, and I'm now alone. I can avoid eye contact with the panhandler on the subway because he could see I'm obviously busy doing something much more important than helping him eat. The name iPhone says it all. People are going around in their own little bubble, but nobody taught them defensive walking. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to evolve automatic taillights and turn signals. Because we don't need driverless cars. We need driverless pedestrians. Which is very important for a person like me. Because from what I hear from the commercials on television, my diminishing attention span will have to be totally devoted to the possibility of having sex at any moment. The Cialis commercial says, "Why should you have to stop to find a bathroom when a moment turns spontaneously romantic?" And right after that, there's one from American Express that's dealing with liquidity, but apparently of the female type. Will your business be ready when growth presents itself? And then the one for Cialis, right after the one for constipation, and you get all the side effects mixed up. If you have an erection that lasts more than 36 hours while having diarrhea, call your doctor immediately. So even though it's at a very late hour, you call your doctor immediately, not stopping to think. He might be in the middle of a moment that turns spontaneously romantic. And the phone rings and rings, and you're hardening yourself even more for the possibility that he won't pick up. And then he does. And you go, "Doc, I have an erection, it won't go down." He goes, "That's easy, hang up. I'll call you back. Just let it ring and ring and ring." But it's great to know that as low as our head can hang, there's a pill or an app that will help us hold it high. You know, the word for penis in Hebrew is Zion, okay? Which means that Viagra is the protocol of an elder Zion. Where does an 80-year-old man take his young trophy wife for honeymoon? Viagra Falls. And that's stand-up. I'm David Chinitz, and I approve this message. Thank you very much.
Keep it up for David Chinitz, everybody! All right.